time to log on to the pharma sector now. And an affidavit filed by the Central Drug Regulator reveals that there were discrepancies found at several Ranbaxy plants during a joint inspection conducted in tandem with state regulators. But what's shocking is that despite a report from the Central Drug Regulator post the inspection, which dates back to as early as 2013, there has been no action taken by state regulators. In fact, CNBC-TV18's Ashmit Kumar has access to the affidavit exclusively, and he joins in now with exclusive detail. Ashmit, what is in that affidavit and what can be the road ahead for Ranbaxy now?
Well, this is fast turning into a legacy issue, and some shocking details coming to light by way of CDSGO or the Central Regulator's affidavit before the Apex Court. Now, just to revisit the 2013 issue, what had transpired is that Ranbaxy's U.S. subsidiary had conceded that it had been selling adulterated drugs in the U.S. and towards that end had paid a penalty of $500 million to the U.S. Department of Justice. Subsequent to that, more recently, we've seen that even the former promoters, Malvinder Singh and Chavinder Singh, have felt the heat of the issue, having been slapped with a $400 million penalty by an arbitral tribunal. Now, on the back of all of this, we find that even the Central Drug Regulator, inspired by these concerns raised overseas, had in fact conducted investigations. In fact, in conjugation with state regulators, it had conducted joint inspection of 6 sites, including the ones that were under question by the US FDA in Himachal Pradesh. And upon an investigation, had in fact discovered, as per the affidavit, discrepancies and deficiencies as far as various systems and checks and balances were concerned. And these concerns, importantly, these deficiencies, as the central regulator has called them, were in fact conveyed to the company in question, Ranbaxy in this case. Ranbaxy had also replied. But here's the key takeaway here, that despite the deficiencies being pointed out, despite the company responding to that, these concerns were then taken to the state regulator, but since then there has been little or no action. In fact, even on behalf of the central regulator, a reminder went to the state regulators as far back as July of 2015. And since then, there has been no follow-up by the central regulator. There has been no response from the state regulators based on any of the compliance reports submitted, based on any of the inspection committee reports. There has been no report of any action from the state regulators. And this, of course, coming from none other than India's central drug regulator. So some pointed questions being thrown across by the central regulator. We'll, of course, have to get answers from not just the company, but also the state regulators in question.